You are working so hard to grow your business. I see you. You are leaving no stone unturned. You're posting on social media, you're reaching out to potential clients, you're networking, you're doing all the things. Or are you? You probably have some blind spots. We all have blind spots about our business and about our life. And the irony is because we cannot see them, they are blind spots, they're very hard to address. But today, we're going to give you some tools to address the blind spots in your scaling strategy. You've probably heard the saying, you don't know what you don't know. And in your business, that can actually sink your business or at least decrease your revenues significantly. Tech is changing, your industry is changing, the economy is changing. And in order to keep up, we want to make sure that we don't miss out on opportunities that are right there in front of us. And certainly that we don't miss out on clients and potential partnerships because of blind spots in our business. We figured out a prompt at Million Dollar Women that women in our coaching programs could use to find those blind spots in their scaling strategy. And when we ran it on a few different businesses, it came up with great suggestions of not only how to adopt best practices that other competitors and other people in your industry are using, but also what are people doing in adjacent industries? Maybe there's someone who also has a services business, but sells something completely different from you, who's come up with an amazing way of generating new revenue or packaging up their services or just being super efficient that you haven't thought of yet. So when you put in this prompt, and we actually are going to give you the prompt for free, you can just DM me on LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook and just ask for blind spot prompt. And we will give you this very prompt that in a few short things that you'll share with ChatGPT about your business will allow it to pull from the millions and billions of data that it can gather that you would never have time to look at of what your competitors are doing. Where is the industry going? What could you try that you haven't tried yet? It's actually a lot of fun, and it's a great springboard for thinking of new ideas, especially in a new season when you're trying to reboot your business and think about how can I make this quarter the best quarter of the entire year. Maybe there's just one thing in a blind spot that will be a game changer for your business. And when we think of blind spots, we often think of driving, right? When you have that blind spot over your shoulder of where a car might just have pulled up on you. And if you're to change lanes right then, that could lead to a terrible accident. Happily, tech has improved cars such that there's now blind spot monitoring. Many cars have that, where it uses radars and cameras in order to see, is there a car coming up that you can't see that's in your blind spot? Sometimes it'll give you a flashing light or a warning, or in some cars, it'll even prevent you from changing lanes. It kind of takes over the wheel. Wouldn't that be great if we had that in our business? If when we were starting to make a move about scaling or growth that was not the right move, if someone would just come in and take over the wheel and say, wait, don't do that, do this instead. That is why people join coaching programs and find mentors and work with people who've already built successful businesses. Because even though ChatGPT or Claude or whatever generative AI you like to use will give you a lot of ideas about what you might do that's in your blind spot, it won't tell you which one to pick. And that's where it can get tricky. When we ran this prompt for our coaching clients, it came up with dozens of ideas. And then it became, okay, well, which one do I do now? And that's where humans come in to help you decide what's the best strategy for me. The other thing to keep in mind is that generative AI still makes up a lot of things. Some things it will tell you to do are just flat out false. It hallucinates. And we don't want to fall prey to that and start implementing a strategy in our business that is actually totally made up. So to recap, you're going to want to put this prompt into ChatGPT and find out your blind spots in your scaling strategy. That's the first thing. The second thing you can do is to use ChatGPT to help you build one of the strategies that it suggested in your blind spot. For instance, let's say if it says you should have a lead magnet for your website. A lead magnet is simply something people can download from your website to solve one of the problems they have. Like, let's say they're looking for help with social media, and maybe you'll give them the 10 best things to post about on social media that will take you under an hour to create. That would be a lead magnet. And then after they use it, it would lead them to your services, because at the end, they still need help with their social media, and then they could hire you for that package that you sell. So ask ChatGPT to create the lead magnet, or at least get it started for you. Those lead magnets can be gold in terms of engaging future customers and giving them a little taste of what you're all about. The third thing you can do is use ChatGPT to help you write an email funnel for some new product or service you're releasing, or maybe just leading up to a big sale you're having. It's simply an email funnel, if you're not familiar with it, is a Google Doc or a Word doc that has 6 to 10 emails in it that you'll send out over a period of time. For instance, when we do a workshop, we might create an email funnel with 10 emails that we send out over the course of 6 weeks. And this will just to tell people about the workshop, to tell them a bit about what they're going to learn. In the next one, we might have an example of a tool we're going to give out. In the next one, we might just have a fun Giphy that says, oh, don't forget to sign up. And having that all written out in advance makes it so much easier to implement that email funnel. Either you can automate it if you have a customer relations management system where you can just automate it, or you can manually send them out on certain days. Just put it on your calendar. So doing those 3 things is going to make a big difference in addressing your blind spots. 1, asking ChatGPT, what are my blind spots, not only in my industry, but compared to other adjacent industries. 2, help me create a lead magnet or some other new marketing tool that I can use, which comes out of whatever it told you in that first prompt, the blind spot prompt. And 3, help me create an email funnel so that I can reach out to my customers and have some ready to go emails. You'll still have to edit them, but at least ChatGPT can get it started. All right, I hope you will use this prompt. Just DM me on LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook, blind spot prompt, and we will send that right over to you. In the meantime, don't forget to check everything that generative AI says, because it does make stuff up, and it'll also give you too many choices. That's where a coaching program, a mentor, someone who has been there, done that, needs to come in and help you sift through it and figure out what to do. If you want some help with that, Million Dollar Women has the Accelerator Express program starting soon. It's kicking off in September. It's a 6-week program where we'll help you figure out your blind spots of your strategy and address them in real time. We've helped thousands of women to scale up. And if this is your time to go big, then reach out and we'll see if you're a fit. Just book a call and we'll hop on a call with you and learn more about you and your business. In the meantime, I hope you use these prompts and stay brave and go big.